Alright, so finally doing the gas tank relocation. Was going smooth for the most part, until something broke that's really important. You know, that would just be my luck, right? You know, nothing can go 100%. So I'll show you what broke here in a sec, but I'm probably gonna, hopefully I can find the answer in this book. If not, then I just gotta call forward and fight with them. This little piece right here, it's a nipple that comes out, basically a 90. So this end goes into the tank, and this is what broke off. So it broke off as I was lowering it a little bit. I knew this line was connected and was trying to lower it down a little bit more and got it down, fumbling around with it, and it broke and then dropped some more. I was like, motherfucker. Would be just my luck. And then there's also this. I didn't know this was in, it was in here. Sorry, it was in here. Probably about like that far in. I don't know, maybe it's like, it's not gonna be like a one-way valve or anything like that. Like I would think it was just a what do you call it? A sediment guard? I don't know. And you got this bracket that goes on top. This other end plugs into right there. Let me get a better view, hang on. Right there, and then that other black line that you see right here is evap. Same size as the actual fuel line. I'm leaving the fuel line underneath the car. Probably could route it in through, but I don't know, I may do that at a different time. But you see those holes right there? You can see through the car. There's one right there, then there's one right over there. So I'm gonna be routing like stuff through there. Still thinking about where I'm gonna put the canister. I may put it right there and extend the lines, or just put it inside. People say you can delete it. I don't know how you would delete it in the car run right. It needs it without going through like a tuning process. It already runs like shit up here at a higher elevation, so I'm pretty sure not having the vent gases and whatnot, it would just make it worse. So I'm gonna run this through the hole I was telling you about right over there, to the part that broke off on there, and then I'm gonna do the same for that vent line. If I still end up using it, this will just work on it, and hose clamp it, both of them, run it back through that same hole, because this goes to the canister, the charcoal canister. This one goes to right here, this little line right here, this little dude. This one goes to the charcoal canister on this end, and then this one goes around and plugs into that green, excuse me, not green. This goes to the charcoal canister on this end, and this one goes to that black line right next to the fuel line. This one I should be able to kind of run it through that hole that's in the car, like I was telling you about. That's like where this line goes through. This is for the top of the fuel tank. This is for the charcoal canister, and then the top of the fuel tank right there. There's two holes right in there. I'm gonna set this in there. Need to cut this out just so it sits flush. But hopefully I don't have to. I'm probably gonna have to get a whole new one of these, and I'm guessing it twist out. I don't know. I've never fucked with one of these. Hopefully I don't need a whole new gas tank. They don't do some gay shit up forward, but they probably will. So charcoal canister. This one plugs into this little dude right here. Sorry if it's windy. Charcoal canister into the other line above the fuel line, and then you just have your basic vent tube, bracket for the fuel tank, and then you have this little vent tube right here. It just went in there like right behind it like that. Probably gonna install those sleeves today. Wasn't going to at first, but now I am because that broke, and obviously I can't drive without that. So I'm gonna leave for the next few days still. So when my wife gets home, I'm gonna go to the store and see if I can find just this. I doubt like AutoZone or somebody would have it. Probably gonna be Ford, and that's probably gonna cost an arm and a leg. Now for this line right here, like I said, this goes to the canister and that goes to that little vent tube. That's for the filler neck. My idea was to pick this thing up and set it down right here to where the filler neck is like in this area. So I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna set the fuel tank in there. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set the fuel tank in there just to see how it looks. So I'm gonna set y'all up probably in the car, I guess, like right here. Let's see if I can open this damn thing up. What the hell? Sorry, I know this is like horrible video. I bet. Just hopefully I don't spill fuel everywhere. If I do, I'm just gonna end the video and just sell the car. Damn, she got a little bit of weight to her. Tell you what, man, this thing's a lot bigger when it's in here. A fuel cell would be nice. Let me see. Oh, that's perfect. Shit, even having a helping hand would be nice too. Piece of wood right there. So let me see. I just wish this thing was like more on the side, you know? I don't want it back that far. Maybe I could undo this hose clamp. Pick y'all up real quick. That's my problem right here. Undo the hose clamp since it's like conformed from being that way for so long. Just stick it that way. Maybe put the can. Okay, so here's part 2 of the video. I said I would do a little update. It's in here. It's like I'm gonna be able to keep the canister. I have to extend these. This red one goes to right here, and then this one right here goes to the charcoal canister. Like I said, that broke off, so I have to get a replacement fuel pump. Sucks, whatever. This line connects to here like so. I'm gonna let it connect right here like it does from factory instead of putting that rubber line directly on here, because it's hard to get that line on that fitting. I've already tried, and I would be very pissed off if I get the new one put in and pay for it however much it costs and it breaks. So I'm gonna put this on like that, cut this end off, and just put the hose over the line for that. And like I said, that rubber hose is gonna go onto this vent tube that's down there right by the fuel line underneath the car. It's going to come up through that same hole that line is going through, so I can use this. So I'm probably gonna get right off of there, and I connect the fuel line down there underneath the car for this evap hose. In order to connect that hose to this, I'm probably gonna cut that end off and just do the same style how I'm doing for this right here, because everything's connected over here. I may make it shorter, I don't know, probably won't, so it doesn't fuck up the evap. I literally just have it come up and connect right there, and then the vent tube that goes to the bottom of the charcoal canister, I'm going to stick it right out there. I'm just going to cut it shorter, and then put put a hole through this little small one, and then that'll be able to vent. That'll be good. Like I said, I'm probably just going to cut it just to make it shorter, so I don't have to go out and get new hose. I can just use this. That's just a vent. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, I wouldn't cut one of these shorter or anything like that, but for that just being literally a vent, it should be fine. The filler neck, I'm gonna cut it right at this thing, like right before that bend, and I took that little bracket that's on it off. Obviously this would be way too tall, so I'm gonna cut it right before this, like, you know, just after this bend, so pretty much just like right here somewhere, and then it'll sit in there like that. Obviously you would want it to sit like this, but kind of hard to show you. But yeah, it'll sit like this, pretty much down like right here, because all of this will be cut out and it'll just be right there, and it'll go in and it'll sit like that. Same for this little line, I'll cut it the same length so we can go a little evap line. Like, I don't know what this line's for necessarily, maybe a redirect or something, I don't know. But yeah, didn't want to cut this, but I'm sure it doesn't cost that much if I had to get a new one. Fucking, it just cut it, like I said, right at this little angle, both of those. Cut this, set it in there. This is, besides this dumbass fucking thing breaking, this has been fairly easy, a lot easier than I was expecting. Kind of sketchy, you know, dealing with fuel, putting it inside the car. You're like, you're retarded, why are you doing that? I think the same thing, but we'll definitely be buying a fire extinguisher. See, and like, yeah, I have that connected already, right up to that hole, and that evap line is gonna be the same thing. And then I've got to figure out how to like secure this thing. I mean, I have these little thingies right there. I could just like bungee cord it in. I have plenty of those, or just buy more. But I have some wood right here to kind of help it, because I had to have it pushed back so far because of the filling neck, just the location of it. I might play around with it and like rotate it this way or another way, I don't know. I think right here is gonna be my best bet, because it's right where you fill it up at, and you're not having to reach in there like this and be all weird and shit. So to recap, you're gonna have to extend these, cut the end off of this, off one of these, to where the fuel line can go onto it instead of directly onto there. Connect that to the new one. Cut the end off this evap line down there. Connect the fit line to it. Maybe put a barb fitting in there. Maybe put a barb fitting in there at the end of it, and just do it that way. That's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. It's cold out today, Surprised it's not snowing already. But yeah, I'll post another update video whenever it's all said and done and everything's working and I didn't explode or die. So thank you, like, comment, subscribe.